Evening, everyone. It's 5:34 on this Monday afternoon, the 5th of February, and this is your closing comment. It is video number 2063, and it was kind of an interesting day. Um, just to give you the briefest of overviews, really everything looked to be lower, with the only sectors that I had up were infrastructure, which was just barely up, and the same with biopharma, and of course the mega cap stocks, especially the Nvidia and XPI had earnings. I'll go over that in a minute. But the chart on the screen is the oil. This is a weekly chart, and there's a little line in here that goes up. That's actually from the daily. But we did come right back down again to the 200-week moving average. It looks to me like we're trying to get a bit of a roll back to the upside on this MACD. I'll give you a look at the daily so you can see why I drew that line. As you can see, it goes back to the low here, which was, well, let me bring it in a little and you'll be able to see. Goes back to the low here of 63.57 back in early May of last year, through the lows here in December of last year, and all the higher lows, including today. So on this one, you can see there's a little bit clearer reversal off that low, which started back here at 67 and change back in December. Higher low, higher low, higher low. So we'll have to see. Clearly the confirmation here of another reversal would come not until we had a close over this 72.83. Excuse me. The problem with this chart is that even though it looks good on the weekly, on the daily, there's it looks like it might be rolling back to the downside. And of course, this purple line is the 5-day. The blue line is the 20-day. And they look like, unless they hang right there, like we would have a move back to the downside. At the end of the day, though, the oil was 72.78. That's up 50 cents. Nat gas was unchanged. Gold was down 10.80 after being down an additional 10 and up an additional 10. So pretty much in the middle there. The silver was down 37 cents. Bitcoin 42,555. That was down 630. And the dollar was up 54 cents, and that comes on the back of the bonds being down 1.75 on the day. This morning, before the PMI numbers came out, the 10-year was trading as low as 4.1%. 4.10. By the end of the day, it had traded all the way back to 4.18. So 418, closed at 416, and that was up 13 basis points, which is a pretty big move. So this morning I gave you the Caterpillar at 328 on the miss, but good guidance, 328.10. That was up 13, and it continued, although it did sell off after hitting a high of 334. It closed 321.40, and that was up 613 or 2%. McDonald's going the other way. This morning it was 294.25, only down 2. It got down to 315.91 and closed 321. Pardon me. It got as high as 283.33, but it closed um, 285.97, and that was down 1108 or 3.7. This morning it was only down $2. Boeing, which has still continued problems with the 737. They have now 50 737s that look like they have to be reworked and inspected because someone from Spirit Air said that it looked like some of the fuselages had been improperly um, drilled out. The stock got down as low as 202 today, but it closed at regular hours, 206.58, only down 280. After the close, we had earnings. We had NXPI, which had a solid beat. The stock had closed 220.98, up 5.99. Currently trading 227 and a quarter, up 6.23 or 2.85. We had On Semiconductor, which beat and gave good guidance, 77.59, up 6.76 or 9.5%. We had Air Products with a miss, trading 218.02, down $40.15 or 16%. And of course, we had Nvidia, which got an upgrade from, can't remember, but the new number is 800, up from 650, and it is currently 693.32, up 31.72 or 4.8%. I cannot impress upon you how overbought this stock and this group is. And really, the thing that you have to understand is that excuse me, that semiconductors are incredibly volatile. I actually was looking at shorting or buying puts on the SMH today, but it closed up a little stronger than I had expected, up $4.03 at 195 and a quarter, so just 2%. But it looked like it was getting weak when it was breaking down around 194, 193. It did get down to 191.45. Also thinking about going back into either the XLE or possibly USO or UCO for the oil. All right, folks, I'll be back first thing in the morning. I'm sure there'll be a bunch more earnings to discuss and maybe some overnight news. Hope everyone had a good day.